You talked about it after the last game about how you guys need to take the momentum of that and put it into this one. Why has it been so hard to kind of get that momentum carry over?
I'm not sure. It was a little frustrating. I think the way we just weren't alert, like kind of aware tonight, and not a physical effort. I thought obviously we pushed back in the second again, but you're always under duress when you're behind and trying to catch up. But I don't know why. I just think that they were the hungrier team tonight, and we let them be. So that's frustrating to see, because I thought we want to try and take that excitement from last game and put it into tonight, and we just didn't do that.
There's an old saying, look in the league, that you're able to tell what kind of team you have by Thanksgiving. But can you tell, considering how back and forth this team?
No, and I think that's something I think we really wanted to work on this year, is consistency, and we still do. Obviously, that really shows that we still have a long way to go in that area. I think we show we can play with some of the best teams, but we also can take the foot off and really still be happy with how we played last game, not in the moment of playing this game. And I think that's mentioned maturity as a team. We have some older guys and some younger guys, but as a team we need to get more mature.
What did you see in that first goal? Could you not maybe expect the puck to come?
Yeah, no, just kind of unaware. Like, obviously you have to be aware when a defenseman pinches, but you also have to know where your guy is behind you. And I think, just kind of floated a little bit past his half of center, and as fast as he is, I think he's probably used to recovering, a lot, but in this league you're not going to recover and catch up. So he just kind of overplayed his side with a little bit of unawareness, not sharp at the beginning of the game.
What did you think of the fourth line today?
No, they were good, and they were good last game. I think they put pucks in deep and they track hard. They just simple. He put pucks to the net, and they got a tip goal, and made a nice play at the end to give us a chance to pull the goalie. And Reeser's physical. Bo has played much more physical since he's been back in, and Ryan Donato's shown, like, around the net, he's got that feistiness with a tip tonight, or scoring goals in around the blue paint. So that's just determination. So hopefully that can rub off on other players. That have maybe more opportunity in certain situations. Then they have to make more of it, like that line does.
What about the third goal? Is that that's a power play?
Power play.
Yeah, but is that Vlasic moving his stick at the wrong time, so the puck just goes right through?
I think Murph should be a little looser on that too. On the backside, he really doesn't have anybody. I think he can just be out a step further. I think you can always say everybody can do a little bit more in that. But even if you roll it back about 20 seconds, it's in the corner. We're not tight in the battle. We want three guys. We want it three-sided in the corner, and one guy out just being plain safety. We had 1.5 guys in the battle. Bo could have been in there a little tighter, and Vlasic on the bottom side. And I think we let them out of that, and then you scramble, and there's going to be seams, and that's what happened on that one.
With the last goal, the second by Neighbors, was that? I think Korchinski had the puck on the back wall. Was that a decision that he needs to make to clear the other way, or was it just like?
We just looked at it when we went in, and I think right before he got to the puck, it was kind of rolling, going slow. It just got to right at the edge of the boards, and you see his head kind of turn to look what he was going to do next. And I don't know if it hit a snowbank and stopped, but he kind of overskated it, and he didn't really even mishandle it. He just missed it. And then they made a quick play to that. I think Kershey was going in to help him if he got pinched up there, and then obviously they just made a play to a wide open guy. So things just didn't go Kevin's way tonight. But he had a great finish last game, and he's a young guy. He's got to bounce back next game.
You and your important to keep. I guess it feels like you're going to go through some of this with the young guys. It's just important to keep it optimistic with them and just to learn from these things. I think they had another team meeting today. It seems like. Obviously, these are inconsistencies are kind of realities, but not to also accept them as being okay.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll help these guys through it. We usually show everybody areas where you can, tighten up things or be a little bit more on top of your game to execute, and then obviously the good execution ones. We show them both and show them the difference, and hopefully they can. Bring their game more to a level game of more consistency and less ups and downs, and especially with the young guys. So we're consistent with the messaging, and I think consistent on how we do it. Like, we show both sides. We don't just show all the mistakes, and we don't just show all the good stuff. I think you have to show a little bit of both and really try and bring it together where there's, by the end of the season, there's a lot more of the execution and a lot less of the mistakes.
You and the players have all talked about consistency a lot this year, like for weeks now. I mean, how do you turn that talk about consistency? I mean, they know into like actual action and long game levels.
I'm not sure, because talking about it has been our only consistent thing about consistency. It's just we can't get it onto the ice, but we are communicating, and I think that's a good thing, and we have to keep doing that to hammer away at it. It's not okay to play one way one night, desperate, and get it done, and then not so desperate the next night until we're backs against the wall, and then we don't get it done. So we have to figure out a way to just get a second win and to kind of create a role that makes us feel good, and it makes us even more desired to do it again the next night.
Nick Foligno said that it's easy to blame or use the number of young guys on the roster as an excuse for some of these things, but there are veterans that need to improve some habits as well. Is it hard as a coach, if you wanted to take a guy that's skating heavier minutes as a veteran and sit them down for a few shifts and elevate some of these young guys because they're young? Is it harder to maybe instill that in some of the veterans and maybe cost them a few shifts because the guys that would replace them are so young?
No, I have no problem doing that. Like, if someone's deserving of more, then they should get it, and if someone's deserving of taking a seat, that it is. But sometimes there's nights tonight where it seems like we're all kind of not going hard. You know, like our fourth line, call them the fourth line. Well, they're probably not our fourth line tonight, but you know, I mean, they played almost as much as everyone else, and maybe they should have played more. But I think, you know, we need guys to step up. I think if we go into a long stretch of pattern, you have to make adjustments, and people have to wait their turn and try and, you know, give them a bit of a wake-up call. And there's other guys that maybe have to push their limits a little more, and hopefully they can handle that load of ice time or workload or whatever it is. But there's some nights where you're like, you don't know where to turn when you can't find anybody to really fault, and you can't find anybody that's really inspiring and bringing everybody along. I think we really have to get an identity as a team, and I think we had it early in the season, and I think now we're kind of fluctuating on and off of it nightly, and it's something that probably is going to be the first thing that we address, you know, Tuesday morning before the game, that we have to get back onto a work habit. You know, train and just we're just going, and you know, there's going to be nights where it doesn't work, but if we give ourselves a chance by doing that.
Just to clarify, what is supposed to be the identity of the team?
Our team, it's a relentless work habit, and I thought we created that last year, and we're tracking hard. We're on top of them hard. I think we were loose tonight. We weren't as physical, and that doesn't mean going out and running someone over or through the boards or fighting or anything like that. It means just playing hard. And, you know, I think we need to get back to that. I think we're kind of watching the game, hoping it's going to go our way. I think you have to make it go your way, and I think that's what we did a lot last year. And I think at times we've done that this year, but at times in the NHL it doesn't work. You have to do it all the time.
Thank you, Luke.